Okay, well, the action continues here at the Brentwood Centre in Essex. We've got Tommy Mccallam now against Roderick Douglas Jr. If you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Aki Kareem here. We've got world champion Barry Jones with us, former world champion. What do you make of this one then, Barry?
Yeah, it's a good little test here for Mccallam, isn't it? Because Douglas is, even though he has a losing record, 3-5 still means that he's trying to win these fights. He's not in it just to take the money and cover up. So it's a fight where we'll see what Mccallam's all about a little bit more. It's good for his progression.
I like the way the show's been matched. And I did speak to Johnny about this earlier, and that was the name of the game, really. All the away corner fighters are coming to win tonight, and that's what we want to see. Good learning arcs for the vaunted prospects. I'm just seeing a little bit of a delay here, Barry. I think he's just having a silent prayer to himself in the corner. Yeah. Thought for a second it could have been an injury or something, but no, he's just having a silent prayer in the corner. Fair enough. So the hitman, Tommy Mccallam.
Yeah, good little right hand there from Douglas. Mccallam's a shorter fighter. He knows he's got to close the distance. He's got to come in nice and low, but got to move that head. Got to feint with the feet. Just walking forward means you're going to walk onto shots.
Yeah, you can already see what he's trying to do. Trying to inch into range there, isn't he? Get underneath. And there's blood already from somewhere. I'm not quite sure where that's from. It might be from Douglas Jr. There's definitely some blood already.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it might be from his nose maybe, but. Right hand there from Mccallam just a second ago.
Oh, it's a cut. It looks like it's Mccallam has cut on maybe the top of his head.
Yeah.
Well, again, he's going to have to deal with things, isn't he? He's only one fight into his pro career, and he's learning things already, isn't he? He's cut.
Well, the thing is, he knows he has to get close to the target to be successful, but just walking forward, with not behind the punches means you're going to have a clash of heads or catch an elbow, and certainly what he's been doing here is catching punches coming forward. You got to see there though. He's got to see when Douglas goes back, he lifts that chin up nice and high. So if Mccallam can throw that jab to the body and a big right hand over the top, might have a free target.
So that's the shot he needs to be looking for, Barry. That he needs to be timing that shot, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Pressure with the feet, but working beyond beyond the punches, and then make Douglas back up with his chin high. Because at the minute here, Douglas is doing quite well here, punching on range, catching Mccallam coming forward, and constantly moving. That's going to make it difficult for Mccallam. Nice little right hand there again there from Rod Douglas.
Yeah. Rod Douglas, as he mentioned there before, even though he's 3-5, he's definitely come in with ambition tonight, and he's doing well so far.
Yeah, not far off of that body shot there, Mccallam. Right idea, just front foot not close enough to really get full purchase on the shot.
That's a nice body shot he whipped in there, actually, the right hook to the body.
Again there, Mccallam, he switched stance, which is fine, but he wants to land that body shot, but again, he's rolling him with his head forward, and that's just a danger there for him.
What's your view on the switching of stances? It's become quite popular now. It's much more popular these days for young fighters to do it.
Well, if it works for you, it works for you. My only worry is you're not defensively as good. So I always tell people, if someone switches stance, jump on them with punches.
Try and catch them changing stance.
No, not even that. It's just when they change the stance, it's harder for them to defend. Most, not all. You get some people who can do it, can defend. Yeah, everyone can throw punches, lovely, you need the stance. But sometimes defensively, they're not as solid. But I thought that was a really good round there for Douglas.
Yeah,
actually. Yeah. Regardless of the cut, which is obviously a problem there for Mccallam, and but I just think he was a little bit too. Just need to pull the reins back, and a little more intelligence in that aggression.
Yeah, well, Mccallam's got 3 more rounds left to change the balance so far. So it's only a 4-round fight, this one, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's good. It's sanctioned the super middleweight division. Both lads from London. And I think it's a flavour of what's to come.
Yeah, and that's always a nightmare with a 4-round fight. You can't really afford, certainly the first round, because it's like in the amateurs, you win the first, lose the first round. There's a pressure on you then to go and win the next 2, and it's not you get an extra round for the 4 rounds, of course, but still, it puts more pressure on you. You know, you can't take a round off now. You have to intensify your work. And you know, Mccallam's problems here, you know, when he can get close to the target, he can be effective, but he's walking. He's not closing the gap behind the punches. He's just walking into range and taking some shots here off Douglas. He's not getting hurt, but the points are being picked up here by the guy in the red corner in the grey shorts.
Good little bit of action here. I mean, he does look nice and balanced on Mccallam, doesn't he? He's definitely a well-balanced fighter. It's Rod's quite awkward himself, actually, isn't he? He's quite an awkward guy on the back foot.
But he is. But I've seen Douglas a few times before, and he is the target to be hit. He's defensively not great. He steps back with the chin up, as we've seen already tonight. But that has been exploited by Mccallam. But at the minute, Mccallam just needs to up his pace. The pace that he's fighting at suits Douglas. He's allowed to throw the jab, allowed space to move. Just waiting too long to let that perfect punch go here, Mccallam. See, throwing the punches to close the distance doesn't mean you have to land with those shots. It gets your feet closer in a safer environment.
Whilst you're keeping your opponent busy.
And no, yeah, it keeps him busy with the punch, so he's not throwing back at you at times.
He's thrown some good body shots, Mccallam. That seems to be his punching art when he's in there. He's got off a couple of very good solid right hooks to the body. Again, it's well matched. It's a nice even fight so far.
He doesn't need to do that, Douglas. Everything behind the jab of him, that's what's worked for him now. I don't want to lose his shape in a fight that I think he's winning, and I think he's winning this round also. That's better, and then the right hand there from Douglas.
And you know what, as he missed with the right hand, a good body shot, left hook came in there from the hitman. He's called the hitman. I mean, that was thrown in the ilk of a Ricky Hatton type of left hook.
Oh, that's good there from Mccallam there. It's leaning on the back foot, making Douglas fall short and coming back with a jab, and it's just a single punch. Needs to get some confidence off that now and work away.
A lot of single shots at the minute, Barry. Do you think he needs to maybe put a couple together?
Yeah, he certainly does. I get case in point, wasn't it, when he made him miss and landed with that jab, but needed a follow-up attack. He's had a better second half of the round here, Mccallam.
That's a good left hook. Good left hook on the bell. And we go into round number 3. We have Tommy Mccallam in there with Roderick Douglas Jr.
Well, he had the second half of the round. He sort of got his work together, Mccallam. It's a little bit busier and found the range a little bit better in that second half of that second round.
There's 2 rounds left to go in the fight here, so we could see a change in tempo here, couldn't we?
See, Mccallam threw 2 good punches. They didn't land, but the idea was good. He shimmied with the shoulder, right hand, left hook, but that's where he just got to then move that front foot forward, and that steals a bit of space from Douglas and puts him under a little bit of pressure. Good jab there from Mccallam, I thought. Good feet there from Douglas there, making Mccallam miss. Good right hand on the body there from Douglas as well.
You can see Mccallam is just waiting, like you said earlier, but for that perfect shot, isn't he?
And we talked about the previous round about injection of pace in his work, and he needs a little bit of that right now.
And now we're just getting pushed a little bit further back himself, actually, getting put on the back foot for one of the first times there, Mccallam. But he's, I think Rod's getting a little bit more confident, it looks like.
Yeah, he's just a little bit busier, the two. That's all it is. This round, the quality of work and punches landed have been very frequent from both. But it's Douglas who looks the busier, isn't it, at the minute? So again, Mccallam then, a minute to go in this round, just under. He needs a big finish. See, again, he missed those two jabs and just didn't commit to that right hand. Just a little bit scrappy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It kind of could be a hard round to score, though, Barry. I mean,
yeah.
You know, we've got scoring referee in there. It could be hard to score. Mccallam turns to southpaw briefly. That's a good shot. Yeah, very good shot
from Douglas,
yeah.
wasn't it? But he just skimming with the right hand there, Douglas, and whether the referee scores that shot.
And a little bit of afters as well.
So for me, now it's all on Mccallam now to up that pace. You got to get busy here, you would feel. That's a good shot, just catching the arm there of Douglas. That's the right shot, the little slip to the side, come back with the right hand. And Douglas, who's been boxing really well to his credit, plenty mobile. When that his hands go in combinations, and he's just been throughout really the busier of the two, and that's probably some of those tight rounds where the work hasn't been of a high quality. That's probably enough to give him the nod in those rounds. You would feel that he would be ahead in this fight, and it's all on Mccallam to have a big finish here.
And that's the thing, as you mentioned, alluded to earlier, in a 4-round fight, there's not much room for error if you get off to a slow start.
Again, the Mccallam, he's edging forward, and all that's right, but he's waiting for that right space, that perfect shot to appear, and he has to make that opportunity. He has to force that opportunity by hitting the arms, hitting the gloves, hitting something. That's good work over there.
Good work. I mean, it could be that he feels that he's he's got his nose in front of the fight. It could be that, couldn't it?
I can't see how, because like Douglas said, even though most of the shots are missing, he's working away. The impression is he's willing to work, and I know scoring punches and everything, but when you're lacking in some quality in some of the shots, then the busy fighter prevails. So that's a good little spell there from Mccallam.
Yeah, very good little spell. Picked some good shots, particularly a couple of good catching counters. He's definitely looking to be more aggressive in this final round.
Yeah, but he gets himself a distance there and just let your hands go. That's it, he's waiting for the gaps to appear. That's a good shot. And a good left hook there as well there from Mccallam. But again, where's the follow-up attack?
Oh, good counter shot there. Picked that right hand nicely. Much better round from Mccallam, this one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a methodical approach, but it's been effective. Single shots, but he's landed with most of them.
You get the sense that in a longer fight, he'd really start, turning the screws a bit later on, wouldn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, after 4 rounds of action, we go to our referee's scorecard. Our referee, Mark Bates, scores the contest 39-37 for your winner. From Bow, London, Roderick Douglas.